Ladies and gents, boys and girls, dames and damsels? No, that's not right. Welcome back to Comedic Combos. We're playing some more Ocarina of Time here on the show, exploring the Deku Tree. Mike got a fancy new tool and toy in the form of the slingshot.
And a compass.
And a compass.
And a map.
And a map. So we have, for those of you who are not familiar with the way Zelda dungeons are laid out, pretty much within every dungeon within this game, there are like the three big items. There's the dungeon map, the compass, and like the big tool that you're gonna be using throughout the duration of
And then there's also like the big key, like the lost key. Isn't that a thing in this game?
It is, but not now.
Okay, interesting.
I'll explain.
I assume I jump from here, right?
Yeah, this is where we jump. Yeah. Woo! Let gravity do the talking, my friend.
Shit!
So you are gonna have to be able to position yourself in a spot.
Gee, thanks. I didn't realize.
Sorry.
No, I know how. I know. I just didn't know the
Yeah.
angle of the jumping.
That's okay.
Link.
Yeah. There you go.
Can I put my sword away?
You don't have to put your sword away to go up the ladder. You just
really?
walk up to it and then.
I was trying to earlier. Wouldn't let me.
Oh.
Sorry. Continue your rant though.
So.
About what's in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, so there's your bow. So there's like your tool that you get, aka the slingshot.
Yeah.
Then there's the map, the compass. The typical dungeon crawler tricks of trade.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so you have everything. And why isn't your map up?
Probably because I hit L back.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
Sit down.
I thought. Oh, that's weird. I thought the D-pad stopped the put the map away in this game. I guess not.
Nope.
Yeah. So you just point yourself. I will say the slingshot is the hardest thing to aim in this game.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because.
Hey, there we go.
Because all the other because there are a lot of first-person items you get in this. They're a lot more straightforward.
Gotcha.
So it's a little bit easier to direct and guide yourself.
Yeah. So you get first person. You know, one thing I actually did love about Banjo-Tooie, another great console series of the N64.
What's that?
Is there's this mode where you go into first person and you basically use Kazooie as an egg machine gun.
Those parts are always
great.
sick. It's like
And it's so great because both that and GoldenEye were developed by Rare, so it's very clear there was like some crossover there.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is so cool.
No, that's always a good.
Hey, how fitting! My phone had a text sound.
I was like, what the hell? Oh, you messed it up.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did. Never mind.
Told you.
Wait, what? You got hurt, but you landed in the water. So you.
I briefly tapped the side.
Oh, I see. So it's like you. It's like you basically just destroyed your femur, and now you're drowning, but somehow you're able to.
I think I just destroyed my toes.
Just your toes.
That's about it.
Ooh. You ever had a broken toe?
Seeds, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you had broken seeds.
No, I'm saying are these seeds. So I'm gonna have a weird answer for you to this. I think I did.
What do you mean you think? It's a yes or no question.
Well, here's the thing: is that
this is not.
No. There's a very.
This is not some high school SAT
there's a very
essay
reasonable
prompt.
answer. Just listen to me. So there was a time where I hit my toe really hard, and it was in pain for a while, but I never actually got it checked out. And so my dad thinks it was broken, but there was no confirmation.
Well, yeah, your dad's a foot doctor. You should know more.
No, he's an orthopedist, but he's not a foot doctor.
Oh, okay.
But ultimately, he said, look, even if you have a broken toe, the best answer is time. There's not much else that's gonna fix it.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't even bother, going to
just not even
get it
doing
checked.
medical
Yeah,
costs.
I just let it, rock.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I hurt my Achilles when I was in middle school playing football.
Ooh.
That was not fun.
Oh, hey.
I was out for a couple days. Well, not like out of school, out of practice for a couple days.
Right.
But it was not fun. I do not
It's
enjoy
good
it.
that you were still well enough to be in school.
It was funny.
Stay in school.
One of my really good friends.
Cool, I made it.
One of my really good friends at the time. He was really into football.
Football.
He basically would be like a John Madden type.
I don't know.
So,
It's interrupting a good game of football.
And
Ooh, nice.
we were doing like a tackling drill, and you know me, I'm like a lanky guy. I don't muscle mass is not really my forte.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, if you want to preserve your sticks, just press B and take out your sword, and you'll be able to keep the stick. The torch won't be lit.
What?
Because you're yeah.
That's so cheap.
Oh yeah, no, it's mad OP. But that's one of the many traits you're gonna have to learn to get through this game.
Yeah. Okay, so that didn't work.
Well, yeah, because you have to.
I think I know how to do it. I think I understand. First, let me check this treasure chest.
Okay. But basically, we were doing these tackling drills, and I was holding the dummy. And my one friend, he got so into it.
Yeah?
He basically just, like, charged right at me and just kept pushing me back.
Oh, lordy.
He pushed me back like a good,
Shit, no, I have to do. I meant to go on the little,
the elevated surface?
Yeah.
Yeah. And my friend basically pushed me back like a good 20, 30 yards.
Oh my god.
To the point, and like the thing was, the coach was like blowing his whistle and everything too. It was like tweet, tweet, but he didn't hear. It was just so like, ugh.
Oh my god.
Which props to him for his dedication.
Seriously though, there is that.
But oh, that sucks.
Oh, it go out?
Yeah, it went out right before you hit it. But you can, yeah.
I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
And so there was like a bunch of like other just tackling tools and everything, like right, like probably a good 30, 40 yards away, because the coaches were like, oh, well, we can just keep that there because obviously the kids aren't gonna get into it. But because my friend was going so ham, he pushed me over the entire thing, and I like just totally twisted my Achilles.
Lord.
Oh God, I was
Come back here, you.
I was on crutches for actually no, it wasn't a twist. It was, I forget what exactly the doctor told me, but it was not fun. Like, but it wasn't destroyed because obviously I would not be nearly as skinny as I am.
You're missing your cue.
Oh.
Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. I'll spare me if I'll teach you something cool. You'll never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1.
What?
23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor?
Yes.
What the hell? I guess I'll find out what that means.
You trust me, it'll make sense. It will
Okay.
make sense. Do not fret.
Yeah, wow, what a cryptic hint. And also, since when was I your master? When was this established?
Apparently, all you gotta do is just, if somebody's throwing stuff at you, you grab it and you throw it right back, and then boom, instant slavery.
Alright, duly noted.
Which,
It's kind of messed up,
I mean,
but noted.
less messed up than some other slave
Ooh,
laws in
spiky
this world.
poles. After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can die. Oh, sorry, what am I doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, where's the cogni? Come
A little
on.
of it. After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there are some interesting things underwater.
Oh,
Like the Great Barrier Reef.
well, we will be visiting a great barrier. Actually, no, not in this game. Never mind. Not in this game.
Oh shit.
So
I see.
yeah, see that switch?
I actually have a really funny story about spiky poles just
Go on.
Oh, I just want to see what this does first.
Define spiky poles.
I mean spiky poles.
But define spiky poles.
I mean wooden poles
Wooden poles that are
with
spiky.
spikes on them.
Okay, go on.
So in one of my favorite series of all time, Prince of Persia, the first Prince of Persia game is called
Oh, it
Sands of
did,
Time.
oh, this didn't happen in real life.
No, this is not real life.
Oh, well, that out. Now I'm less interested.
Oh well, thanks.
I'm kidding. Go on.
So there's lots of traps and things like that in Prince of Persia. It's a palace and there's like lots of traps and it's a video game, so shit like that. So the first time you run into some of these traps, I think the first traps you run into are these like vertical spiky poles that like come up out of the ground and like go back and forth, right? And as with most games of the era, there were hints.
You gotta get a little bit closer to him.
Okay, before he does that,
Yeah.
I just didn't want him tattooing all over me.
I got you.
And the hint literally just reads, avoid spiky poles. And I'm like, no fucking shit! You think I'm just gonna run right into them?
Oh man.
You think I wanna get stabbed?
See,
No!
actually, it's funny too because I think this game really was the first like.
Oh, I stand next to this block
My
and
point
grab
proven, I
hold
was
of it
about to
with A. While holding A, you can push or pull it. If you stand next to the block and press A, while pressing the stick towards the block, you can climb on top of it. Climbing on top of it and pushing, you don't say.
Hubba.
Pay attention to what the action icon says.
No, I was gonna say, I feel like this game was like one of the first ones to really sort of start treating gamers like idiots.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you've seen the countless number of.
That was not meant to be happen. I broke the stick. Sorry, you were saying?
You know, better that stick than another stick you might be owning.
Yeah, true. What were you saying though?
I was gonna say, shit, what was I gonna say? I was just,
Treating gamers like idiots.
yeah, so like this is, Navi was really the first like game character to really sort of piss people off.
Yep.
And for some reason, developers didn't notice the fan reaction to it. You know, they kind of went the same direction. It's not like they went with the same direction that George Lucas did with treating Jar Jar Binks and the original prequels, which are still terrible movies regardless. We're in
I
like
think they have redeeming qualities. I tend to like them more than other people.
I don't know.
I'm not saying they're great. I'm just saying I tend to like them more than other people.
I prefer the immersive factor of learning rather than
Me too.
like being like, hey, here's the controller. Learn how to play the game using just this.
100%.
I don't like that.
No, I like. See, the thing is, I feel like if a game, I just need to pause to have this rant real quick. I feel like if a game is well designed, effectively well designed, you shouldn't have to have hints like that.
Exactly. And I mean, this game obviously is very revolutionary, but it has many faults. It has many faults.
I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, even Mario, the original Super Mario Bros. is still a phenomenal example of that. Okay, you get plopped just in the screen.
Yeah.
Going left
We also
does nothing.
Well, you also get plopped out because you're coming out of sewers, and
I mean,
people
true.
plop in the sewers.
True, but think about this: you go left, nothing happens. You go right, okay, you're gonna run,
Wait, that's
I know. You run, and you come across something. So, what do? So, if you try running into it, you die. You're like, okay, now I know I can't run into this crap. If you try jumping, you can avoid it, and then you learn about that. Or eventually you might learn, hey, I can land on this thing and bop it. And that works too. And it's all these little things that you just gradually learn because the game is set up in such a way that you get to figure it out yourself. More games need to do that, or give like very light tutorials. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one game I really want to play on this channel is Thumper.
Thumper.
That game is so sick.
Does it feature the rabbit from Bambi?
No, it doesn't. But it's a rhythm action game is what they call it. I think they actually call it a rhythm violence game.
What?
But it's
What?
yeah. So and basically you're on this like this track, for lack of better terms, as like this kind of like beetle vehicle type thing, and it teaches you the controls of how to like lining up with certain things. You press A, you press left, right, whatever, and that's pretty much it. It teaches you the controls, and then you extrapolate from there.
That's pretty cool.
It's really great. And the thing about this game that's awesome is, I mean, aside from the design and the audio is fucking great. But one thing that is really, like, just clever about this game from a design standpoint is the game only has a few controls. A, and the control stick.
Oh wow, so it's very simplistic.
It's very simplistic. And because of that, it's like, at first you're like, oh yeah, this is cool, But then stuff gets really difficult because things start coming at you fast. There are weird rhythms. This, that, and it gets real, and it's awesome.
Faster than the jackass that just revved his motorcycle on the side of the freeway.
What'd you say?
Did you hear that? The motorcycle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I
do, 'cause I'm an ace.
I see. What'd you
Yeah.
say?
Are you learning, my friend?
I am learning.
See, like this.
So I can't get up there.
As a child, took me forever to figure out.
I think I have it.
You have an idea?
By George, I think he's got it.
What movie is that from?
I don't know. It's a phrase that's used in a lot of things.
But I feel like I've heard of it, like popular in other spots.
Woo!
Look at you using your noggin. You didn't. Oh yeah, roll. Oh.
I have to roll. Okay, I didn't quite figure it out yet.
Well, I mean, you figured it out in probably about a minute, whereas with me, it took me like at least an hour to figure out how to do it.
But
It's like
bear
an
in mind, this
8-year-old.
is like what, 15-year-old Dan?
This was like maybe 9-year-old, 10-year-old.
Damn it! I'm not used to pressing. Oh Jesus! Oh, water. Good. I'm still not
Water.
used to pressing sword button to save the stick.
It's okay. You'll get used to it.
Ooh,
Hopefully next time on
see
Comedic
adventure
Combos.
balls. Next time with hearts.
With hearts. And the boss.